What is up, guys? Welcome to another video. Today I want to talk about why I personally prefer the Genesis format over any other format, especially the Advanced Constructed format. But it does not mean that I'm going to stop playing YCS or regionals and continue proving that Blacklist can keep up with any format. That definitely is not going to stop, or I'm not going to stop providing you guys with deck lists for the normal format. But I still want to point this out because Genesis is a format that I always dreamed of. Really, I always dreamed of this format, but I never thought that it would be real one day, where we can actually focus on our pet deck, right? And play a format where almost any deck is balanced, right? And any deck can beat any deck. Obviously, there is some few decks, especially Vanquish Show, that is really strong right now, but it's not unbeatable. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I've beat that deck before too. I'm gonna keep beating that deck too, but like but overall it's perfect, and I believe in Genesis you can play any deck that you like, and that's the most important thing, because you can now finally be loyal to one archetype, right? And just try to improve it from month to month to month. And in current Yu-Gi-Oh, it's kind of still possible, I want to say, but not really, because now with all those crazy cards, bro, especially like Yummy, Draco Tail, Malice sometimes, and Crystron sometimes, Mitsurugi cards, it's really hard to keep up in that. But the biggest problem is that in the Advanced Constructed form, people do not play the strong decks because they like the deck. No, because it is just considered one of the best decks and give you the best odds to win. They don't really care about those decks. That's why people that play Yummy. Like, the cards are obviously shit looking cards, bro. Like, the artwork is not what Yu-Gi-Oh is supposed to be and everything, right? So, but it's fine. Like, if you want to be competitive, all that, I get it. But like, the problem is for me that, like I said, I can keep up with those decks, right? But it's just not making fun for me, because knowing that the more rounds I win, the more I see those decks more often, right? In the next rounds, like, there will be times where I'll be facing 3-4 times the same deck, just to then face the next Draco Tail or the next Mitsurugi deck after playing 4 or 5 times against Yummy. And what's even worse is the Mitsurugi cards now can fusion together with Yummy, and like, you guys get what I'm trying to say here, right? It's just really annoying and lame for me to keep playing that format, and especially if they have to play 15 rounds. Obviously winning is fun, right? Winning is fun, but I realize that it's also really exhausting playing against the same decks the whole time. And my biggest problem though is that people that they don't even care what their deck looks like. For example, let's talk about the Yummy player, okay? The people that don't even care what their deck looks like, but they know it's really strong, they won't care for anything else either. Like, they don't care if they get if they cheat or stack or do any type of way to win that game, okay? They don't really care. They just care about winning. You can tell that because this guy is playing Yummy, right? Like, he's all about winning. I'm not saying that every Yummy player is cheating or stalling, whatever, or stacking. I'm just saying that there are a lot of people out there in the constructed format that just do not care for anything, just winning. And which is why, I mean, I had to face that a lot of times, man, where I just, people bro, yeah. And this is my biggest problem with the Advanced Constructed format, is really that people are willing to do anything to win. Anything. Like, I could call out YCS Yu-Gi-Oh Legends that won 6-7 regionals, that YCS that I beat before, right? I don't want to make this about those right now. People, I'm not gonna call their names. I'm just saying, like, I've beaten YCS champions, like 6-time YCS champions, right, in a game. But only it was a whole mental game, because he was trying to really force a game loss on me by calling the judge the whole time, right, or stacking or doing this, like all those other things that had nothing to do with Yu-Gi-Oh. Really, it had nothing to do with Yu-Gi-Oh. It was just him trying to win. And when I was playing Genesis format, bro, I had none of that feeling. None of that so far. Like every matchup that I had was fun. It was interactive. It was really the best Yu-Gi-Oh I've played in centuries, bro. Like it was just so much fun, man. And I was also able to chit chat with my opponent while comboing and have some fun, right? And after the game was done, we looked at each other's decks and looked like, okay, what is this guy using protect cards? Really, like it was just so much more fun, so much better than what I witnessed in the constructed format, where usually, like, when I beat someone in the advanced constructed format, he just stood up and left, right? Like, I didn't even get to talk to him afterwards. He just was so mad that he packed his stuff and went. And that's just so unhealthy in my opinion. And so many people are like this. But I feel like it's only in that format. If I was playing big Edison tournaments, if I was playing Genesis tournaments, I have never encountered people like that in any other format than in the advanced constructed format. And you can, like, if you see someone playing a specific deck, that deck says a lot about that guy. Like, it really does. So many decks say so much about yourself. And oh man, the more I talk about advanced constructed, the more I get pissed, man, because it's really, the game is, it has always a little bit to do with skill, but a lot of things is much more than that. It's much more. It's a mental thing, it's a luck thing, it's how what kind of person you are, right? Because it's so easy to cheat in Yu-Gi-Oh, bro. It's so easy. And I feel like in Genesis format, people just don't care about stuff like this. And this is why I believe Genesis is what Yu-Gi-Oh was supposed to be and used to be, and will bring back the good old days and fix Yu-Gi-Oh again. I'm trying to say is just that advanced constructed format is toxic, bro. It is so toxic and lame. And I'm not saying this because I didn't win in YCS or whatever. I have no problem keeping up with the meta, bro. The only reasons, bro, I've been to regionals, I've been to YCS going 8-0, bro. Like, easy day 2. I've made almost every second or third YCS that I went to, I made easily to day 2. But the problem what happens after day 2 is that you're playing against people that are literally willing to sell their families just to get a win. You know what I mean? So they be doing anything, they're trying anything with tryhards to win that game, and it has nothing to do at that point with the game or skill anymore, right? And this is my biggest problem. It is literally my biggest problem with the advanced constructed format. And but yeah, once again, I really have no problem keeping up with Yummy, Mitsurugi, Malice, or all those other decks, bro. Like, I think I've proven myself enough to show that. And if there's anyone out there that thinks he can literally dominate me or anything in the current format, bro, just hit me up. We can play on Dueling Book, we can play wherever you want, bro. I'll show you that I'm gonna be able to beat you, like, or I'll beat you, like, I've done it enough. Like, really, the last person that I played against, he was like, bro, your deck sucks, blah blah. I said, alright, let's bet on it. And he said, okay, if I win, you will be wearing a pig costume next locals. And I said, okay, but if I win, you're gonna wear a bird costume next month, next locals, right? What happened was, he was playing Vanquish All K9 at that time, one of the best decks, and what happened was he lost. So I have no problem with backing up my deck. Still think Blackwing's the best deck. But my problem is just that I want to have more fun playing this game, because it's a game that I grew up with. It's a child's game. It's nostalgic. It gives me so many memories. And when I'm playing this deck, I wanna feel like a little kid again. Like that's the most valuable feeling that you can get when you're playing a game like this. Like if it's something where I want to be competitive, right? Then play chess, bro. Play chess. That's all about being competitive. It's all about skills and all that. If you really want to test yourself, improve yourself something, go and play chess, bro. But if you want to have fun, then please go and take that deck that you actually love and play it. And this is why, man, last month we had 2 tournaments on the same day, right? 2 stores really close to each other. One had an OTS tournament, okay, that gave you invites for the European Championship, and the other one was playing Genesis. Guess how many people at the same time, same day, really close to each other? 16 people only went to the Genesis, and we had almost 30 people playing at the 30 people were playing at the Genesis the tournament, and only 16 people went to the OTS tournament, bro. I think that says already a lot. And I believe in the future people are going to start playing more this event, and it's probably even going to have like big main events like the Advanced Constructor tournament. And yeah, I'm really high on that one. Also, one more thing that I want to say is to all of you out there, okay, think about why you started playing Yu-Gi-Oh. Why did you start playing Yu-Gi-Oh? If you ask me, the reason why I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh was, one reason was anime, okay? I watched the anime, and when I saw those characters, how unique every single character was, how unique every single deck was, I was like, yo, I want to have this loyalty, this pride of playing the same like deck too, and make it like improve that one single deck and make it better every single day, right? That's exactly my feeling. And this is why I'm so loyal to my Blackwing deck, right? And I feel like I'm having so much fun with it, and I wish that you guys out there that have been switching decks from week to week could have the same thing that I have too one day, because it's a different thing winning with the deck that you love than winning with a deck that you just bought a couple days ago on card market and that you will just get rid of the next month. It's a completely different feeling, and that's what Yu-Gi-Oh is supposed to be like, and that's how it should be, bro. Because have you ever seen in the anime someone losing to a deck and then say like, oh man, your cards are so strong, bro, let me get those too because I wanna win too? Only the antagonists, they were going out stealing cards and copying cards and trying to be as strong as the guy that they just lost to. Only like the antagonists. But if you're looking at all those characters that we fell in love with, Jaden Yuki, Yugi Muto, Crow Hogan, man. Crow Hogan. This is what Yu-Gi-Oh is supposed to be like. Loyalty, improving, and not just pay. Okay? Because at the end of the day, what you shouldn't be forgetting about is any deck can lose to any deck because it's a luck-based deck at the end. So you can choose. You can choose what you want to do. You can keep being an NPC, a robot, or you can start having actual passion for the game and actually trying to improve instead of just copying YouTube videos. Okay? I think I've said enough, man. I hope you guys got the message. Yeah, what can you do now to improve Yu-Gi-Oh? Just keep pushing Genesis. Keep pushing Genesis. Boycott the Advanced Constructed format. Okay, just do that, and I promise you, Yu-Gi-Oh will be great again. Alright, I love you guys. Take care. Bye.